Thank you, Mike, and thank you to the mayor and to the commission for just allowing us to be here. It's a tremendous honor to be here. The announcement I want to make is our men's basketball team, we're coming back to the Civic Center on Thursday, December 17th. We're going to play Payne College out of Augusta, Georgia at the Civic Center. I think it's at 7 o'clock, and we're really excited about it. We did it last year for the first time. We had a good crowd, and I think we were just laying in foundation last year. I think this year we're going to have a tremendous crowd. We've been working with Marshall Perry. Has done a tremendous job. He's like, y'all know that show Shark Tank? You know, dealing with Marshall, he's like that. But we got him this year. We got the prices down a little bit. You know, that's the key. Last year he wouldn't listen to us, but we're going to get the prices down. We're trying to get butts in the seat, Marshall. That's the key. But we're really excited about it. We appreciate you all allowing us to come back. The Wiregrass region is such a tremendous area, not only for Troy alumni and supporters. And with that, I want to, Ken, if you don't mind saying that, Kim Lambert, he's the main guy here with the Troy alumni chapter. He's got his Troy tie on, and again, the thing about being down here in Dothan is every time I come down here, I just feel really proud and excited about being a Troy Trojan, and because there's so many Troy people in this area, and that's why we want to play a game here every year at the Civic Center, and we really we just want to make it work every year. And again, we appreciate you working with us, Marshall, and we're going to have the Sound of the South. The band is going to be there again, and that's a big thing with us. But we're really excited about it, and there'll be a lot more details coming down the line. But again, thank you for having us. And in closing, you know, the thing about Dothan is again, I feel really good every time in here about being from Troy. But I think the more and more I come down here, I don't care if I had whatever I had on my chest, that the people of Dothan make you feel welcome and make you feel good. And I think that speaks for this community in itself. So thank you, and we'll see you December 17th, Thursday, December 17th. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
We wanted to come down today to visit with the city commission and the mayor's office and the city manager's office here in Dothan to announce that we'll be coming back on Thursday, December 17th to play a game in the Dothan Civic Center. We're going to play Payne College out of Augusta, Georgia, and we're really excited about it. We had a great time down here last year. We had a good crowd. We think we've got a chance to really expand on that crowd this year. And our players, the one thing I want to say, our players really enjoyed being down here last year, just the energy in the crowd and excitement about playing somewhere else, and so we're excited about coming back. The Wiregrass region, the Dothan area is an extremely important area for Troy athletics, and we want to make it an annual event, and we've said we're going to do that, and we're committed to doing it. And Marshall Perry with the Civic Center has been tremendous to work with, and so we made it happen again this year. Well, yeah, last year we were just laying a foundation, and it was something that hadn't been done here in a while. I think baseball had done it in the past, and so we wanted to do it here. And last year we had I thought it was for the first year. I thought we had a good crowd, and there now we've had that trial run, and now we know a few things that we need to do to try to draw a better crowd, and I think so. There's no way to tell for sure this far out, but I think we've got a chance to have a really good crowd in there.
What are some of those things that you know that you get to try to get a better crowd here?
Well, obviously getting the word out there more. Now it's happened one time, so the word of mouth will be better. But a big thing for us, and Marshall's worked with us on this, is making sure the ticket prices got lowered in an area that maybe would make it a little more affordable, and I think that's extremely important, and Marshall's worked with us on that.
You know, how important is a visit to this for recruiting purposes? I know you get closer to the Panhandle and some of the talent that may be down there too.
Well, one thing that we can do is we can get the word out, and because it's on a Thursday night, we can try to get as many high school teams here as possible, and that allows, if I'm a freshman or a sophomore in one of the area high schools, or even if it's somewhere within 30, 45 minutes that they can make the trip, then I get to come to the Civic Center. And my first taste of Troy basketball is a game at the Civic Center. It's a good atmosphere and a good crowd. That just gets me excited about Troy, exposes me to Troy. So from a recruiting standpoint, that's the main thing. And year in and year out, you may have you may have young kids in this area who you want to make sure and get to that game, and maybe they walk in and they see the crowd and they say, well, this is great because Troy's going to play a game in my hometown every year, and my family and all my friends will be able to come to the Civic Center and play. They probably played in the holiday tournament as a high school student athlete, and now, just like Wesley Person did that. He did it in the postseason play, but it just gives him a chance to come back. He was probably the most excited guy last year. Probably too excited, got a little nervous and didn't play very well. But I think he'll really relax and play well this year.
Just a little bit about your team, what they expect, what people will see from Troy basketball this year.
Well, we've got a couple starters back. Wesley Person, who was the Sun Belt Freshman of the Year. He's the first freshman of the year in Troy history since we've gone Division I. So he's back. John Walton is back as a starter. Kelton Ford and Aaron Avery are guys who played last year. And then we've got some new guys who are going to be immediately step into important roles. Daniel Peace was a junior college All-American point guard who led the country in steals and was 7th in assists, who's going to come right in. And we've got a couple other guys ready to play. We've got a couple of guys who didn't play last year because we had all those injuries who have a chance to be really integral parts of the team. Coming off that year out. One of them being Jeremy Holloman. He's a guy that a lot of people have forgotten about. He's a guard out of Mississippi, about a 6'2", 6'3" guard who can really score, who will be a starter from day one and one of our leading scorers. And then Yaro Moravec is a kid who finally is going to get to the court. NCAA had him sit out his first year, young man from Slovakia, about 6'8", and then last year he got hurt, had surgery, and didn't get to play. So we're glad to get him back. And then we've got a couple other young kids. Jordan Bernardo is a young man who's got a chance to have an impact from day one as a freshman, maybe having the type year that Wesley Person had last year. And we've got another really good freshman point guard out of Meridian, Mississippi. So we've got some good young kids who are going to play immediately, step into big roles.